Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here with Vision Marketing and Design, and today we are live inside of our team training where we are live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So today what I'm going to show you how to do is turn your friend requests into group members. So this is really, really cool. To do this, what we're going to use is our Chrome extension called Elmessenger. So if you are not a member of, or you do not have an Elmessenger Pro account, you can actually create a free one at bridgetbartlett.com. But when you create your free account, you want to definitely log in. It is a Google Chrome extension. So once you're logged in, you'll see this here. Now, what we want to do is go to the friends area here, and we're going to click on friend requests. Okay. Now, if you see this, now you should see a little, what do you call it? A little option here, I guess. If you don't see this right away, the reason is because this is a Chrome extension and because it's Facebook. Okay. So if you don't see the option here, what you want to do is refresh your screen because it's actually called like a lazy load, and Facebook will show you what it thinks it wants you to see. Then when you don't see it, if you reload, then they'll show you the rest of it. Okay. So you'll see here that we have our Elmessenger Pro option, and this is the friender. Okay. So what we're going to do is choose a tag, and then we can choose the action. Do we want to confirm the friend request that we have or delete? Now, the cool thing about Facebook now is they have the digital creator option, and people can follow you and you can accept friend requests, but you only get 5,000. Okay. So one of the things that you can do is after you've reached or you're close to reaching your limit, or even honestly before then, if you really wanted to, you can utilize all of these friend requests because a lot of times they're going to be people that you don't even know. They're going to be spammy people. They're going to be, marketers and things. And if you are, promoting tools and software, these are actually your perfect people, not the scammers and spammers, but these are actually your perfect people. And you can see they've sent me friend requests, right? So it's not me doing the outreach. They've sent it to me. So now when I respond to them, I am going to actually invite them into my group. Okay. So to show you how to do that, what I need to do is go into the back office. And you can do that by going to your Chrome extension and then clicking on back office here. Now, this is a premium feature, the back offices. So if you do not have the premium account, you will need to upgrade to get access, or you can become one of our resellers to get access to the dashboard. Let me go ahead and refresh here again. I love when I'm live and things always want to load slowly. Sorry, let's try this again. I already had it opened up, so now I think it's saying something weird is happening. Sorry, guys. Unfortunately, this is out of my control. So while this loads, I want to show you where to find this. So what you want to do is go to your resource area. You're going to go to trainingmyvisionagency.com. You want to go to the training module here, and you're going to scroll down until you see in the Elmessenger Pro system, you're going to scroll down until you see turn friend requests into group members. Okay. Now you'll see here that I actually have written some scripts to help you, because what we're going to do is we're going to create a series of messages that basically say the same thing. Let me go back here. Come on and load. Okay, so message segments, you have the actual message, but when we are trying to basically mimic human behavior, okay, we want to say the same thing, but we want to say it in like several different ways. Because if you think about it, if we go back to our friend request list here, and we are sending, and you'll see that I have 69 of these, okay? So if I was to send all of these people a message, like at the same time, and it was the exact same message, Facebook would say, wait a minute, something weird is happening, you're doing spammy behavior, and they may restrict your account. Okay, so we want to eliminate that, and we want to mimic human behavior. Darn it, let me try to X out of this, and I'll go back to my extension. Sorry, guys. Never fails when I'm live. Something happens. Mm. Okay, let's go back here. So you'll see here that each of the messages are segmented into three different groups. Okay, so we have the delete friend request, and what we're going to do is we're going to tag them, and we're going to tag them with delete friend request. And when we do that, it's going to trigger a series of messages. So it's going to be a variation of one of these three. And you can see within each of these message segments, they're broken into three different parts. So we have a message segment that's called intro, and it says, "Hey, first name, thank you for the friend request. Unfortunately, I'm pretty close to the limit for friend requests. However, I'm much more active in my group anyway." Okay, so I want to drive them from my personal profile to my group. Now, the bonus of this is that when you're sending that message, now like they've sent you a friend request, so that makes them a follower. Now, also, you've sent them a message, so you have this two-way communication with them. So your messages are not going to end up in the restricted folder where the people who send you messages that are not your friends, they end up and you almost never see them. So this is going to open up that line of communication. Okay. Now, the cool part is once they get into my group, then they're going to get another message from me, and it's going to have the link for them to register for all the free tools. But here is my opening conversation. So I don't want to say, "Hey, sign up for all my stuff." I just want to kind of say, "Hey, this is actually where I'm most active if you want to join." And usually the friend requests that I receive are people who have found me on YouTube or maybe in the Facebook groups or something like that. And so they're kind of already familiar with my training. And so when I am saying, "Hey, do you want to join my group instead?" they likely didn't even know I had a group. And so that is maybe what they were intending anyway. So it's kind of like a soft sale. You don't always have to have a call to action. Sometimes you just want to open up the line of communication. But I'm pretty aggressive because I like to weed people out. So it's totally up to you, the strategy that you use. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Let me try to log out of this and log back in. Here we go. Because I was using this and then I switched computers when I was testing, and so it might think that I am trying to do something weird. Let me get logged in here and continue. Get into the back office. Sorry, guys. I do want to say hello to Ray and Janai and Maria and Bacardo. Thank you so much for joining me on YouTube. I am so sorry this is happening. Please open. Okay, so let's go back here and open the back office. Alrighty. Well, you guys, I may have to do this training tomorrow. I'm so disappointed. It was so cool. What we want to do is we're going to, and I really have to show you this. So, okay. So let's see if we can just go through instead of, I'll show you how, maybe this will just, let's close this out. Okay, I'm going to refresh this screen now that I've logged back in. And back office. Come on and load. Okay, I can also create it, I think, here. But I actually already have these created. So when you create those message segments, you'll see that your tags are created here, okay? And then you have global segments here, and then your engages. So what I want to do is I actually have this deleted friend request option, and you'll see here that I have my message segments. Okay, so I can show you this actually, and you can create this inside of the browser. It's just easier in the back office. Maria says my internet is acting up also. That may be the reason. It's really strange. So, So you can create your message segment. So I have this message segment that is tied to this tag. Okay. So when we go into the message segment, I have 3 different segments. Okay. But when you open up, and we'll start with the intro one, when you open them up, you'll see that there are actually 3 different variables of the intro segment. So this is actually the intro is, hey, first name, thank you for the friend request. It's also name, thanks for the friend request. I'd love to accept. However, I'm nearing the end. And then it's also, hi there, name. Thank you so much for sending me a friend request. So I'm saying the same exact, oh, there's my dashboard. Yay. So I'm saying the same exact thing, except it is in the segment. So now let's go to the segments. We'll go down to deleted friends. This is why it's easier to show you in this. So sorry about that. So when you create a new tag, okay, like deleted friend request, all I did was create a tag. You can see when you click here, now you have the options. So you're going to see all of the contacts that are added to the deleted friend tag. Then you also have the message templates, and then you have the message segments. And with the segments, we're breaking them down into kind of like, if you want to call it, sub-segments. So we have our intro segment here. We have our body segment here, and you can see there are 3 different variations. So to add a new variation, you just type in the text here. And if we're using this text, okay, if we're using the, let's see what it is, the body, if I wanted to add another body segment, I would just need to copy the text here and then come back, and then I'd want to paste. And if you want to insert the name, you can do that here, and it pastes that tag. Okay, now I don't want to add this, but once I did add that text, I could click add variable, and then it would add this variation to this message segment. Okay. So once you get your message segments created, then you want to click save. And you can see that I have 3 of those. You can also see I have another one, call to action. I have 3 different variations here. And it is simply, the call to action says you can become a member at, you can join us at, or here's the link. Okay, so it's the same thing, 3 different variations. Once you have all of your message segments created, you can go to the message templates and create a new template. And you can see here that this template, you could type out the same thing if you wanted to. Okay. You could even type out a partial of the same thing and then add one of these tags here. Okay, so you can see my body, intro, and call to action. Those are the message segments that we just created. But in this message template, what I want to do is I want to add the tag that's the intro, the body, and the call to action here, because I want it to make sure that each of the messages that get sent out have these 3 parts. Okay. But I want within those 3 parts, I want it to be a variation. So you're going to understand when I show you this live, how all of that works together. Okay. So this is what's going to happen when I click to send the message to my deleted friends. Okay, so you can see I've created the segments, I've created the message templates that are made up of the segments, and that's me putting a safety step in place to make sure that I'm not triggering any spammy actions with my Facebook account. Okay, so when I go now to my friend requests, I can choose the deleted friend requests, okay? And then, of course, I want to choose delete. And I can choose how many friend requests I want to send. Now, people always ask, well, how many should you send? It's not so much how many you send, but it's how many are actually responding. So if I put 500 in here, you can better believe Facebook's going to say, wait a minute, what's happening? Because a normal human would not sit there and send 500 friend requests within a few seconds, right? So what we want to do is be we want to be conservative, especially if you just start doing this. So let's just say, and for this training, I'm only going to do 3 because I want you guys to see the different variations of the messages. And also, the more that you send the requests here, the more time that you need to put in between the requests. Okay, so that's why we really want to be conservative when we're using any of the, any type of feature that's kind of like gray label where, they kind of don't want you to use that. Like Facebook does not want us to be able to use these tools. Okay. So we need to make sure that we're mimicking human behavior. So I'm just going to say, from 20 to 25 seconds, because I'm only doing 3. And then I do want to send a message. So I'm going to click here to send the message, and I'm going to go ahead and click start. Okay, so now I need to open up my messenger here. It's going to make you log in. It may ask you, do you want to copy and paste the information? So I'm just going to log in here. Oops. Return to messenger. Maybe the problem is Facebook. That was really weird. Okay, so what we want to do now is let's click start because I wasn't logged in. Here we go. So now that I got logged in there, you can see the first person in the list is Yogi here, and we're sending Yogi a message. Now this is going to pop up, and it's going to run like this the whole time you're using it, okay? Now, the reason it does this is because again, we want to mimic human behavior. So if I was sending this message to Yogi, obviously I need to have this window popped up so that I can send him the message, right? I can't type a message if there's no window popped up. It will also ask you, do you want to allow us to use the clipboard? Of course we do, because that's where our messages are at. So you can see I'm not typing that in at all, but it typed that in for me. So if I go back now to Yogi, first you can see now it's waiting the specified time that we said to wait. And if I go back to the messages here, it says, hey Yogi, thank you for the friend request. Unfortunately, I'm pretty close to my limit for friend requests. However, I'm much more active in my Facebook group anyway. If you're interested, we have free tools and training to help you with your business to get leads without paid ads. And here's the link. Okay, so that's the message that I already sent to Yogi. Oops, and I closed that window. But now it is actually sending another one. Sorry, I clicked there and it closed the window. But it's going to send another request. It says send to user, and it's probably going to go to this person here. And then it's going to go to the very next person. But this person is going to get a variation of those messages. It's not going to be the same one that we just had. It's going to be it's going to be the same segments, but a variation of that message. Okay. Let me stop this because I clicked that. And so when you are running this, just FYI, since I just taught you that, make sure that you are not clicking around. Just let it run. Like what I like to do is like when I'm done for the day and I want to run something like this, I will do it on my computer in the office when I'm not around it, so I'm not clicking and messing things up. So let's go back to, we'll do deleted friend requests, and we'll do delete again, and let's just do 2 more, and we'll do send message and start. Okay. And so now it's going to send Chia here, is how I hope you pronounce that name, and it's going to send them a message here. And again, I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to click and mess it up like I did last time. So we'll just give it a second so it can send that message. Now it's opening up Messenger, and it's going to paste that message in there like it just did. And now he's received that message. And I do like to put, the link to the group. That way it does say, that has that join button in the link. So I feel like a lot less spammy if someone sends me a group invite instead of just an opt-in form for a funnel, because then I think, oh, what is this? Do I really want to do it? I might think twice about it. But if it's just a Facebook group, then I'm more likely to join, or at least click the button and check the group out. So now we are sending another message to Aram, and we are opening up the window there, and we're going to go ahead. It's going to paste the message, and then it's also going to delete the friend request. And you can see down here that oftentimes we ignore these, right? But these are actually leads that you can use for your business, right? Just like we're using right now. These are leads. These are quality leads. These are people that have asked for us to connect with them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this now. And you'll see that we have a different tag as well. Okay, so when you do delete those friends, or when you add that tag to them, they're now going to show up here in the deleted friend area. Okay. So that is really cool too, because you can always go back and you can send campaigns and automations and things like that to them as well. All right. So we also have one though when when you accept the friend request. Okay. So if you are not near your limit, if you're still trying to build up your Facebook page, maybe you do want to send a message when you're accepting friend requests. So we want to do the same thing here. Okay. And if you scroll down, oops, I put delete friend requests here, but this is actually the accepting friend request. So I'll go back and change that. But it's basically the same process here, right? We're going to create a tag and then we're going to send messages saying like, hey, thank you for sending me a friend request. I just accepted. Actually, I think that I mistyped this. Oh, sorry about that. I need to add the other script here. So I'll do that as soon as this video is over. So what we want to do, again, like I said, we want to go and create a tag. Okay, so to create a tag, we just type it in there and then we select our tag. And then we want to go to our message segments like we have here. And we have the intro. So we're saying basically the same thing. Hey, first name, thank you for the friend request, except this time, since we're accepting it, we're going to say, I went ahead and accepted it. Right? And we have our body here, and the body is going to say, I went ahead and accepted it, but I'm actually more active in my Facebook group if you want to join. So we're relaying basically the same message, okay? And then we have our message template here, and our message template has all of our segments put together. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to go to our friend request, and we're going to choose this time the accepted friend request. We're going to click confirm, and then we're going to click start. And what's going to happen is the next two people, it's going to accept those friend requests. So I'm going to go ahead and click start now, and it's going to open up Christopher O'Connell, and it's going to open up his messenger and going to send that series of messages to to his messenger here. So we'll just give it a second and let it send, and it's going to paste there, and it will be different than the next person's here. So it says, hey Christopher, thank you for sending me a friend request, I just accepted. And now that's going to go away. It's counting down the 18 now seconds, and it's going to send the next one to Marcus Blatch here. Okay, so now here's the downfall. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and stop that. Right now, you need to do one of the other. Okay, they are working on the ability to have like a checkbox here where we click all the ones we want to accept and all the ones we want to decline. But really, since Facebook has the digital creator feature, you can just delete all of them. They will be followers of your page. You will still be able to connect with them on Messenger, and you still are inviting them into your group. So there's really not a lot of benefits to being a follower or a friend when you have these connections here. Okay, so really, really cool strategy. Everyone has a ginormous amount of friend requests probably just sitting that they could actually be communicating and using to get leads for their group and for the business. So sorry for all the loading issues, you guys. You know that just happens when you are live trying to train things, and you just got to roll with the punches. So I hope you found some value in this. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Before you go, if you have questions, join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. See you there.